I'm Tod Williams. I'm the director of the film Cell, based on the book by Stephen King. To me, a phoner is, I think what King sees is that we all are becoming sort of digitized, the way that we used to digitize LPs and we digitize film celluloid, and everything is now being represented in a sort of series of ones and zeros. And we're getting both connected in superficial ways and completely disconnected in other ways, and also losing a sense of time, losing a sense of place, losing a sense of real connection, real intimacy. And so I think he noticed this early, and he sped it up until it turned into a genre concept, which is something that he often does.
The zombie genre, all the rules are set at the beginning of the movie. It's a bunker mentality, and those other people, they'll never stop coming, and it's sort of an existential conceit that you know exactly what's going to happen. But this one, they're pulsed, and the pulsed crazies start attacking each other, and they're just murderous, and they're like rabid. They're almost like they're rebooting, and their electric nervous system is just going haywire. But then they keep starting to evolve. So just when they think they have the thing gamed, the phoners start to evolve to a next stage.
There's a development that's happening here that you don't see happening in zombie films. There's a sort of society forming that's very different from the ragtag organization of zombies, and these people seem to, at some point, start to develop a one mind kind of theory.
They've heard this pulse, and it's wiped their hard drive, which is like their brain. It's totally wiped their brain.
They're basically just people that have kind of have like a blank slate, who don't know who they are or what they believe in, and they end up just kind of going off of this controlled animal instinct that are being controlled by this pulse. These people turn into animals basically, and they chase after whatever people are left, and for, the survival of the phoner race over the human race.
Tom was a subway train driver who happened to be below ground when the pulse hit, so he didn't have a signal, he wasn't on his phone, so now he's a survivor. Vietnam vet who had some PTSD, thought he was over it, never wanted to get back into the mindset of battle again, and now he is, and he has to find a way to embrace the fact that, he's back in the war.
My character and Sam Jackson's character, Tom, meet at a subway, and then they run into two other younger people, Alice and Jordan, who are about 15 and 18, and then the four of them are trying to find their way. My character, a graphic artist who's very analog. He draws with his hands, and he draws like graphic comic books called The Night Traveler. And he's flying back from New York where he's just sold a graphic novel, and then there's a pulse that happens where everybody who's connected to the internet or on their cell phones get reduced to their most primal instincts.
I really liked Alice. I thought she was very cool and very smart and different than somebody that I've played before. I've wanted to work with John for a long time. He's superbly talented, and Sam L. Jackson is, he's awesome. It was just a really great team, and when I met Kip over Skype after I'd read the script, I just knew, and my gut just told me that that was what I needed to do.
The character I play is Jordan. He's a cybernetics genius, so he's just anything computers, he's just all over, and he knows it all.
Sam comes from the theater and is a sort of master of precision and preparation, and John, on the contrary, likes to sort of continue to keep the thing alive and open to change and open to inspiration. And together they have to find a rhythm that works for the both of them in any given scene. And sort of watching the two guys and their processes collide, I think we got to something really spectacular.
Set and action! Fuck this! Let's go!
My name is Freitas, and I'm makeup effects designer for Cell. Some of my duties include doing design work. I've been brought on early in the production when they first started developmental stages to help establish the look for the Reggae Man character. And the makeup process itself is roughly about 3.5 hours with the wig. He has 8 or 10 prosthetics if you count the ears. The ears may not or may be seen, but I put them there as an option just in case the wig comes off in fighting or they want to reveal it. So I tend to do my makeups in 360, so I give the director more options if he wants it. For the facial hair for Raggedy, that process is, I'm using electrostatic flocking gun, similarly how they would flock a black velvet painting. Essentially, there's a low-level static charge, and I put a wet glue onto his face, and then I basically use the flocking gun and tap it, and then I use chopped up human hair, and what it does is, because it's under static charge, it fires it like tiny arrows straight into the glue bed and leaves the hair standing straight up. Once I turn off the static charge, the glues are still there. The other process I'm doing is I created a plastic shield to prevent the hair from shooting into the blood areas and different areas of the pre-existing makeup, and then I did a staging where I put the sticky and the bloody stuff on after that so that the hair wouldn't go where I didn't want it if it passed the shield that I designed.
I'm the visual effects supervisor on Cell, and they brought me on a few months before they started shooting, which was great because I could be part of pre-production planning. We could come up with some great gags and be able to use practical effects and visual effects together. We ended up going to a cover set so we could work indoors, control our lighting, day and night, doesn't matter what time we shoot. We have full control over the lighting and the weather. And so what we decided to do is build a ground that has our dirt, and then we're doing a full green screen for the end sequence. We have a lot of green screen work. We're doing CG people as well as duplicating a lot of extras. We're doing a lot of day for nights, and that gets tricky, and so it's important for me to be on set to remind them when the bright glaring sunlight will work and won't work.
What makes you think they're still there? I mean, no matter what or how it went down, don't you think they might have bailed?
They're safe. I would have left a message.
I'm Russell Towery. I'm the stunt coordinator from the motion picture Cell.
In 3, 2, 1.
The stunts on this show are a pretty wide variety. A lot of it is a lot of physical action, running, jumping. We have a combination of stunt people, and we hired some parkour guys from here in Atlanta. and then with extras, crazed extras running around. We tend to use our environment at the airport, which is where we are now. We use the escalators. We have high falls off the stairs, high falls off the upper levels. We have guys on motorcycles getting attacked by phoners, getting bulldogged off of them. Our stunt guys we're both phoners and the motorcycle guys. As it goes on, they're in an ice cream truck, and then we end up in Cashwhack with thousands of phoners, and we do a carve hit with our Raggedy Man. I think the audience can expect on this show is just a roller coaster ride from start to finish. I mean, we start off big. We start off at the airport, total chaos. We go down into the tunnels of MARTA, chasing them the whole time. We come up out of a manhole cover fight scene. Phoners are tackling people on motorcycles, and then we come to Cashwhack, and then we have thousands of phoners getting mowed over by the ice cream truck and a car hit on Raggedy Man. So I think it's a bit of a roller coaster ride. I think they'll enjoy it.